In last week's episode, Jason and Missy attempted to dance on camera. There were random stir-fry slow-mo shots. Missy showcased her love for wine. Jason made it snow indoors. Jason taught us the reason they call it stir-fry. Let's go ahead and get started with episode 7.
What's up, guys? REPO here, and today we're going to be taking this episode in lifetime to kind of start out, and we're going to be talking to a trainer friend of mine. His name's Dustin, and he actually works here, and he's going to be giving us perspective on what are some of the top reasons that people fall off track, what are some of the things that we can do to actually make sure we don't fall off track in the new year, and get a lot more details. So stay put, stay tuned, more information coming to you soon. What's up, guys? REPO here at Lifetime Fitness today, and I told you we were going to have a special guest last week, and today I'm going to introduce you to Dustin. Dustin, good to see you.
Nice to see you as well.
Yeah.
Nice to see y'all.
Dustin's a good friend of mine. He works here at Lifetime Fitness as a trainer. And Dustin, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I've been in the fitness industry for a little over 8 years. Started off just coaching some kids jiu-jitsu and kids grappling a long time ago, and then got into fitness, fell in love with it. I've been training here in San Antonio for about 8 years, and I've been training at Lifetime for about 5.
Well, nice. So I'm sure in this time you've probably seen a lot of folks that have started a fitness program and stuck with it, and then folks who have started and probably fallen off track.
Absolutely.
So I have a few questions for you. So I'm really curious, for the folks that have actually started a fitness program and fallen off track, what are some of the biggest pitfalls that you see just from repetitiveness of, okay, the same things happen to this person that maybe causes them to fall off track with their fitness goals? Because I'm sure people come in with the right intention if they want to get fit, they want to start getting healthy, but what happens? What throws them off track in your opinion?
So things that cause people to fail, it always comes down to lack of results.
Okay.
But what are the main things that drive lack of results? Number one is nutrition.
Okay.
So very often people come in, they're putting in all this work, they're working out 3 to 5 times per week, and they think that's enough, and they're not getting the results they want, and they feel like they fail and they quit.
Okay.
And they're not looking at what's happening the other hours outside of the gym, the 3 to 5 times a day that they're eating.
Sure.
So, you can have the best workout program, you have the best trainer, you can be working out 6 days a week, but if your nutrition's not in check, very often you'll get the lack of results, and that causes people to quit.
Oh, that's a great point you bring up. So I've heard a lot about like the 80-20 rule. So 80% diet, 20% fitness. What's your take on that?
I think it's more like 90-10.
90, okay.
Yeah,
wow, okay.
It's always nutrition. Nutrition's the primary driver. You can get great results with minimal exercise and perfect nutrition, but combining good exercise with good nutrition is where you're really going to accelerate and get the most results.
Incorporate the exercise,
Yes.
And the combination of the two are really going to set you up.
Absolutely. You need a balanced program.
Awesome. Okay. So what else? What's another pitfall you see that maybe people get stuck or throw them off track?
Another thing is not having a program. Most people with cardio,
Yep.
They just do it the same way. They get on and they go, and they either go for distance or time.
Okay.
It's great. It's better than nothing. The only thing is, if you don't have a cardio program to follow, you're going to be kind of spinning your wheels.
Okay.
Same thing for strength training.
Okay.
I can go up there and show you the same guys have been doing the same 8 to 10 reps at the same weight for years, and they don't know why they haven't gotten much results in the last few years.
Okay.
So your program for strength has to be constantly changing. That's where it does help to get some sort of coaching, some sort of training, some sort of expertise on, how many reps do I do, how many sets, what's my recovery time, what's my tempo, and what's the workload of those reps.
Okay.
So programming for strength, programming for cardio. Don't just get up and wing it. At the end of the day, movement's better than nothing. But if you really want to get good results, you need a program to follow.
Awesome. So we talked about a lot of the reasons that people will fall off track. Tell me about the folks that you see stick with the program.
Yeah, so probably the number one thing is support. So it's very, 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 very hard to do it 100% on your own. It helps to have a spouse, a significant other, a workout buddy, a coach of some sort, whether it's a trainer, whether it's in a group setting, maybe a boot camp, or even just a group fitness class.
Okay.
But having people around you that are encouraging, that are going through the same things. Some people have been there before, some people have already lost a tremendous amount of weight. Other people are just barely starting their journey. So the more people you have around you encouraging you and supporting you, the more likely you are to succeed.
What would be another tip maybe?
Schedule and time.
Okay.
So time is probably one of the most valuable resources. I think it's probably more important than money as far as even budget.
Sure.
So making sure you have the time for your workouts, making sure you create a routine, because if you're all over the place, it's very easy to get distracted, to lose sight of the goal. But individuals that are the most successful are the ones that they work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or they work out Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or they have always evening workouts or always morning workouts. So you got to figure out what's your schedule look like and how are you going to make this work with your schedule.
Time was always my biggest thing. I always said I just don't have time to do it. And I listen to a lot of motivational stuff online, and if you have the time, you're just not making the time because it's not as important to you.
Exactly.
So when people are setting priorities and goals, I just can't agree more that you really have to make sure that you set the time, figure out, look at your schedule, make sure you get your sleep, your time, your family, make sure you get your responsibilities done. But this is something that truly you have to make time to be successful.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's you only have one body, you only have one life. So your health, I would say health is wealth. The more healthy you are, it spills over into all aspects of your life. So very often people are like, no, work is more important. Well, if you're not healthy, you're not going to work well. Yeah. So, or my family's more important. Well, if you're not around, who's going to take care of your family? Yeah. So taking care of yourself first and making your health a priority, it'll spill over and everything else, and it'll give you a greater return on investment than anything you could ever invest in.
Awesome.
All right, so for tip number 3, I would say the scale can kind of be an enemy. So you definitely want to measure, like you want to have some sort of measuring device or some sort of tool.
Okay.
But very often just going off of weight can be very discouraging.
Absolutely.
And if all you do is measure the weight, very often that'll hinder you. So people that have a lot of success, they measure results, but they might go off of inches, or the best one is body fat percentage. Okay. Because if your body fat percentage is going down, you're making progress. Yeah. But very often people can get freak out because their weight might go up or their weight might stay the same, but they don't realize that they're gaining muscle, they're gaining lean body mass. They might be losing body fat at the same rate they're gaining muscle. Sure. So they might see the scale and freak out. Yeah. But again, if you have someone that can check your body fat percentage, if you can check your inches, and also same thing for strength and endurance. If you can check your VO2 max, if you can check your strength in certain movements, measuring results is going to be one of the things that will set you up for success. And you want to be as objective as possible. Just saying I feel better, that's great, but you want to measure your success.
One other tip I want to ask you about this too is, initially when I started slowing on the scale and the scale wasn't making me feel good because I knew I was putting in the effort, I started weighing in every week or every 2 weeks versus stepping. I've seen some people step on the scale after every meal. What's your take on that? I'm sure you see that a lot. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I would do once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
The thing about the scale, again, if you're just going off of weight, I can go drink 2 glasses of water and I gained a few pounds.
Yeah, exactly. And it can be discouraging.
Exactly. Yeah. So your weight will fluctuate depending on water, depending on again, if you just did a hard workout, you're going to retain more water in your muscles. So again, don't be a slave to the scale. Okay. Use it as a tool, but don't let it control you.
Okay.
Again, try to have it once every week, once every 2 weeks, and just like you're doing, have consistency in your methodology.
Yep, and I really appreciate you meeting with us today, and this is great that we can get such great insight from someone with your experience. One final tip for folks that are looking to get healthy, or for folks that are maybe already doing some kind of fitness program but they want to continue to evolve in their fitness journey, if you had to leave us with one solid tip, what would that be?
It takes a while to learn it all. Don't think that you have to be an expert, day one.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Not a problem, man.
Great having Dustin on the show. And
congratulations on your journey, man. You've been totally killing it.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate that. Little by little. So it's a journey, lifelong commitment, right?
Perfect, man. Yeah. Life REPO.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'll get you I brought you a couple official stickers too.
Ah, cool.
You can use those wherever you'd like to.
Perfect. Yeah. You have a great day. Appreciate it.
So guys, I wanted to also recognize my buddy Jason. Jason was our backup photographer today for today's episode, so double thumbs up for Jason. Excellent job, and I want to thank you so much for coming in to help me out with the footage.
Absolutely, it's been awesome.
So hopefully today you got some great tips. So Dustin, shout out to you, and thanks for all the insight. We can circumvent that or something. And things they do that maybe have them fall out of habits or rhythms. Tune in for episode 7. Thanks thanks for tuning in for episode 7. I appreciate you guys watching. Also, I want to say thanks again to Dustin for volunteering his time this week to give us some great tips that'll set us up for success in the new year. Also, don't forget to tune in next week. I've been on a personal journey for almost the last 2 years to get to a goal weight at 225. I was within 10 pounds. Will I hit my goal? I don't know. You got to tune in next week to find out. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way when my new episodes come out every Monday, you get notified first thing. I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year, and I'll see you next week.